to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
Here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
On first down, Hoover. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Hoover. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Nicholson. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Tanner Muse there defensively.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The Raiders' 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Broncos.
From the gun, it's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
6. And the Broncos first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Second and 10. To throw it is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And it's 3rd down.
And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. On play action, Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. Oh, this is going to wind up a safety. Has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Pulled in at the 24. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Lindsey on the carry.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now to the air. Lock. Escaping the pressure right. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lock on the give, it's Lindsey. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
A 3-yard loss brings up 2nd and 13 at the 35-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. They fake the handoff, now Lock. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Lock. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Of the new campaign. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Extra point.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who is open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Demir Bird returning it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 51 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Hoover. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Hoover. And it is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs there to make the grab. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Mostert, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, Muhammad. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Mostert. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Second and goal from inside the 5. One more time to Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Drew Lock with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Bird now ready to return it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense offense set to get this drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Throwing again on second and 10. Hoover, he'll let this go deep for runs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael J. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over at first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Blocked pass. Intercepted. The Raiders take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Rolling to his right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From midfield, here's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Locke going to keep this himself. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
He was brought down.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Pick up on the play.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Locke now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, this from 39. And McManus able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Off play action. Hoover. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 50 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Hoover. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And entire performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on 2nd down. Dugan, left side here. That's the tight end Fant. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Dugan. He's got his tight end Fant. And all the way home for a Bronco. 76 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Hoover. Man open, it's Goodwin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
To Marquise Goodwin. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hoover. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs. 41 yards. And the Raiders Broncos have cut it back to within a score.
For the extra point.
It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route, whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. From the gun, Hoover. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. After the penalty, they only needed a yard. They thought they could get it across. They could not.
The right play, the right call, even though it was unsuccessful. When you have 1 yard to get, how many times
count on your offense?
Exactly. How many times have we heard a team say that? If you can't get 1 yard in this situation, well, they tried it, didn't get it. I still think it was the right play.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
The Broncos first down.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
8 yards to go on second down. Now it's Lindsey. And all the way home for a Broncos third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hoover. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw again. Albert. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 61 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score.
The extra point.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode, trying to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper in 2nd and 1. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake. Hoover. Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
4-yard line.
They run it here with Gordon. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Chandler Catanzaro.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs,
a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Denver.
Block working out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way home for a... He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. To throw on second down. Hoover. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll be out right at the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Off-play action. Hoover. Flushed out right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Henry runs the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He'll look to throw. From left side, caught by Goodwin. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10. And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Early on to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will make this a 4-point game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
3rd and 11.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.